police are allowed to lie. That's all they have to have you met for love.
So what's going on here?
It's a march for what they've been doing, especially the police brutality and not letting that man breathe and killing him, and the government not doing anything, the state not doing anything. I think that, that's unfair, and I think that, we the people, we make this government, and we need to start to stick together and make things happen for our people, and not just for us, but equality for all. Rather you're green, you're purple, you're orange, you're white, you're black, you're Hispanic. I think that we, the people, should be equal in every way possible. So we're standing up to fight for that, for all the brutality and all the people that they've been killing that has never been mentioned in the news and all the things that they've been doing. And I think that is unfair, and that's why we stand together today.
And what about slavery? How is slavery in America doing these days?
I think slavery today is present as it is now. It's just as real as it was back in the 1960s and the 50s, and I think that is real today. I think that we have a modernized slavery today. I think that they oppressing us, not allowing us to progress in society as a group, to not let us be liberal, to know and be taught in the relevance of education where we know where we came from and what we contributed to society today.
And what do you think Thomas Jefferson and the Founding Fathers would say?
Honestly, if I could say the word, fuck them all, because they ain't found this country for me. They found it for their people, and their European people that came in here and enslaved my people and took my land and killed off my people. What happened to that? What happened to the justice of that? What happened when they came over here and we celebrate their holidays? We celebrate Thanksgiving, a day that the European gave us that they slaughtered our people. We do so many things in this society, and that's because we're not educated enough to know. But I think there's about time that the people in the world get educated about what's going on.
What is going on?
Brutality. The government have their own gang, and it's called the police. That's their gang, okay? Like we got Bloods, we got Crips, we got Latin Kings, they got Popo. And Popo is our own people. So the police, if you're listening to this, blacks, Hispanics, stop joining the police department. You're fighting against your own people. Stay with us, unite.
So what is it that you really want to happen here? What are you?
Liberation. We need change. We need change in society. We need to change the laws. We need to change the people that are in the government. They're not fighting for us, they're fighting for themselves. We need to take those seats in the government. We need to use our electrical rights to vote, to go out there, to make a change. And just one change, one good deed for the day that you do for one, that person can do for the other. And from there, that's when change starts to occur. So we're fighting for change. And if you're with the cause, once again, we're on West 4th. Come out, join us.
So curious, we've been having the same fight, the same argument since the beginning of recorded time.
Yeah, but you know, the fights and the arguing, that's what makes change. Martin Luther King didn't die for a reason. All these people died for reasons. They all died for us. And if we stop and we don't fight the oppression, we're all gonna we're gonna stay where we at. We're never gonna have change. Just a little change. And maybe within years, we can overcome this. And maybe we'll be an equal society where we can have progression in every way, economically, socially. We need progression. And united, I think we can get it.
And what do you say to those people who say that today's revolutionaries are often tomorrow's tyrants?
And they might be. But you know what? I fight for the tyrant today and fight for oppression tomorrow. Because the only thing I can fight for what I believe in. And I believe that we as a unit need to fight. Just because one guy killed that guy doesn't mean that we're all bad seeds. You can't judge us by one, judge us as all.
So I'm doing a documentary on a guy named Wheeler Wolf, a black homeless revolutionary veteran.
Wow.
Who says black people are following white people and they should be following themselves.
And I agree. I agree with that. I think that black people and Hispanic people don't belong in the war. We don't need to fight their war. That's their war. That's not our war. Do we progress? No. In fact, they make charter schools. Charter school is a private school. It's private corporate. it, so that the corporate people could keep making money and they keep getting richer. What do you think? They take from us to give to them. What are you going to continue to do? You're going to continue to fight for their war? You go into the Army, you go into the Air Force. The first thing you do is go fight the war. You coming back, no, the veterans are fighting for their right, for their income. You know what's that? That you fight the war, and then you come back and the government tells you, no, I'm not going to give you what I offered to you when you first joined? Don't fight the war. That's a white man's war. That's not our war. Don't go in there and get into the Army and the Air Force. You don't get nothing out of it. No education, no nothing. In fact, you want to know something? When you get in the war, you do 4 years. After 4 years, you got a deadline to use that college money, or you're going to lose it. So you need to know this. You don't get an education. They don't give you opportunity to go to school. You got to get out after 4 years if you make it. If you don't die tomorrow, you will come back and do what? You want to be the veteran that's sitting in the corner begging for money after he went and he fought your war, after he went and he killed people that did nothing to him because that's what you people said to do? That's unfair. Where's the justice in that? Save those people. They fought for us. Veterans fought for us. So you need to save them.
Well, my Will Who Won't documentary, he was a veteran, and he said it's like toilet paper. They use you.
They do. They use you. When you get into the Army, you have to take an exam. That's a computer-based exam. What you think? That those exams don't throw names out and tell you where you're going to go? They place you there. After you get there, you got what? Basic training, 5 in the morning. You're getting out. You don't got time for education. So you got to come out and do what? You just wasted 4 years when you could have just went straight to college and got the education that you needed so that you could fight for revolution and fight for your freedom, not the fight of the white man's war. It's unnecessary. So if you are Hispanic, you're black, don't do it. Don't join the Army, the Air Force. You get nothing out of it. It's not for you.
So I happen to be doing another documentary on a guy who is an ex-con with convictions. And he talks about how to stop the system by not doing plea bargaining. Because plea bargaining keeps the system going. And if you don't do plea bargaining, you can block the system. So that's a message that you might want to be thinking about.
Actually, I think that the government is unfair by not letting the prisoners vote. They're part of our society. Regardless if they did something wrong, if they broke the law, they're still part of society. They have a right to speak. They have a right to fight and vote. As plea bargaining, I'm not too sure about that, but I know that if you did a federal crime, you just lost your right as a vote, but you're in society. So what? Of course they're not going to get jobs. Of course you're not giving them an opportunity to join society. And every opportunity they got, you just took from them.
So felanism, which is like racism against felons.
Yeah. I think that, felony, that the government uses that to not allow them to vote so they can use them as a pawn and they can have the upper hand on how many votes they actually have and stop us from voting and stop us from progression.
But what about those people who have done the crime, done the time, and still can't get a job?
And still can't vote, and still can't get a job. And they're not. Because that's what the government does. They oppress you. They stop you. You need to fight for that. Stop and fight. Put your hands up, people. Put your hands up. Hands up! Don't shoot! 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 Hands up! Don't shoot!
So how do I reach you?
How you reach
How
me?
can I reach you? Can you say it in here?
Yeah, my name is Yamira RC. Yamira RC.
And an email?
YamiraRC@AOL.com.
And you're out here in public, huh?
I'm here in public.
You're fighting that fight, huh,
That's
girl?
right. I'm going to fight that fight.
Well, you keep on breathing.
Thank you, sir.
And thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be in touch.